Hello and good evening. Aww. Your kitties. Few drop frames, that's not good. Is it framey on your end? It looks decent in my playback. Alright, let's log back in. I left my character in the boonies of Adagim. Probably not in the safest of spots for her to be in. In fact, while I was doing the sign off from the official, an orc ran up and attacked my character. No, one of the wandering thickets came up and attacked my character. I kicked its ass. I am exhausted because Modifier, I told you that I was going to go make some ribs. Well, I did that. But I decided, I'm going to shovel off the front porch. We got this much more snow. So not so bad. But it was more that wet snow, the kind that if you make it into a snowball and hit somebody with it, you're going to be up on the charges for assault. Because it's going to do some damage. Assault and battery. I don't know. Criminal misuse of precipitation. I don't know. The temperature is actually... I'm just going to say what the temperature is right now. Currently 32 degrees actual. And it's going to drop down into the teens, into the low of 7 tomorrow and Saturday. But Tuesday's going to be amazing because the high will be 51. I'm down with that shit. Looks like we're actually going to get rain next week. That's not snow. That's not the icon for snow. That's the icon for rain. Okay. Well. That's going to happen next week. But, so what I did is like, okay, I'm just going to shovel off my porch. My porch is basically postage stamp size. It's not that big, honestly. And I'm like, oh, well, maybe I'll just, I'll shovel off the actual steps down to the sidewalk, and maybe I'll shovel a little bit of the sidewalk, and then by the time all was said and done, I wound up shoveling all the way over to the trash can, so clearing that path back to the trash can, and then the path all the way down to the street, and the entire lower fan of my driveway, including the bit that was in the street, that was left there by the snow plows. I mean, I already cleaned off most of it, so there was only like the new stuff. But basically, when the snowplow comes through, hopefully it won't leave a ginormous pile of... Because now there's just like 2 ginormous piles of snow. One by the telephone pole between me and my neighbors, and then one in the long strip on the front of my house. Anywho, let's get back in it. We are playing in 4K. On full screen windowed for the first time in a long time. I was actually pleasantly surprised they redid the cursor. They redid the cursor art. Because if you go and adjust the cursor, it no longer looks like a pixelated mess. So I'm very happy about that. They still have pixelated messes elsewhere, and there's definitely some bugs with this. And some other issues. Eliza, I see a couple of screenshots about that fairly often in the Discord. You're on that line between thick rain and wet snow. Yeah, the other thing is that I noticed that for when the temperatures were getting above freezing, or when the sun was shining down on the driveway, the snow that melted in the driveway that I had not yet shoveled, there's like a little bit of ice at the bottom of the driveway. But I shoveled enough that hopefully the grocery delivery driver tomorrow will not have an issue getting stuff up to the house, to the porch. Because I have groceries coming in tomorrow because I could not Yeah. Yep. Shoveling snow. And I didn't actually plan on doing that tonight. Doing the whole thing is like, oh, I'll just do the porch. And they just kind of escalated. And once I got done, and I didn't go out, I basically was wearing this. No gloves. I had my hat. My hands were reddened by the wind and the cold. But it actually wasn't that bad. But I'm going to pay for it in the morning, I'm sure. So, anyhow, let's get into it and see if I'm immediately going to aggro something as I log in and see if I'll be half dead by the time I will have the opportunity to beat up the bad guy. Because we were on our way to go beat up some spooters when I had to go bounce because the DDO producer was on Fridays at 4 with Cordo. And that was actually a really good stream. I'm probably going to go watch the VOD of it later and basically focus on what they're saying rather than all the crap that was going on in chat. Because whenever you have the producer on... Oh, I'm immediately in combat with something. What shall it be? Oh, hello, you. You're easy. You're as easy as a trident. I lived downstairs from the Tridouts. I know of which I speak. Okay, we're here to kill blighted spooters and destroy their eggs. Eggultoth. I might have also DM'd Maid of Lions this afternoon and kinda spazzed out for just a little bit in his DMs about how good the Song of Waves and Wind was, and my favorite characters, and what happened to that one character, and oh my god, and how it was such a great story. It was a great story. It's like they're farting or shitting little things. Alright, we're gonna look around for those eggs. I see that corpse back there. We'll go get him. I am also, by the way, full of ribs. Ribs are very tasty. What's going on Discord tonight? So there's definitely some issues still with the UI scaling, but I also acknowledge that this is the first iteration. So anybody expecting any new piece of software to launch with absolutely zero issues and living on some other damn planet than this one. Could it have been better? Oh, sure. But sometimes dev teams have to release something knowing that, you know, there's XYZ issues they'll need to get in the, you know, the update. Trying to get my leg comfortable. Let me turn that chair a little bit. Oh, that's actually better. Okay, display, more spooter eggs. Let's go find some more spooter eggs. I'll find more spooters to murder. We need their eggs. Alright, everybody come over here. All of y'all come over here. So how was your afternoon, Monoflare? Hope you had a decent afternoon. Ha! You couldn't even stop me. And you're actually next to one of the other ones. That's exactly what I'm looking for. All these things dropping these blight growths. Wish they would stop it. Because those blight growths keep you in combat even if they're not actually attacking you. It kind of actually reminded me of oozes in DDO. Yeah, when you destroy an ooze, they often multiply. I'm going over here. I'm gonna get over here. I'm gonna get this egg because it's the last egg I need. And you couldn't stop me. So I am going back to Livarth, and you can all just kiss my damn ass. You can chase after me. It's all good. Kitty Catson, why are you getting grumpy? Though I will admit that I didn't think this through when I remembered after I just had a big old pile of ribs that, oh, I'm going to be playing in a very gross part of the video game. There was role-playing involved, which is always a treasure. Yeah. I actually enjoyed my Dune stuff last night, and I played Dune for way too late last night. I was still playing at some ungodly hour. I was doing bad things, staying up late, but it's not a work day today, so it's okay. It's fine. It's all good. Oh, we need to... Well, I'm gonna go get this. Yeah, we're gonna go to Livarth first. Just to turn in that one quest. See if he's got anything else for me. And then we'll start heading south toward Amuma. Glad everything worked out you with the time of perspective. Yeah, it should be fun. It was fun. I think, yeah, it was just bad all around. It was just a bad situation. But things are cool now. Life is good. Actually, was a little bit relieved when it came to find out that I indeed couldn't help my friends do the thing. Because one of the things that was going on last night, Devilor was doing a sponsored segment because he's one of the Dune creators, content creators. And so they had a sponsored segment that he was supposed to help out with. And it's all well and good. But he didn't mind if like people were on stream while he was doing that.
The blight continues to seep into the grove.
I'm gonna raise the ground. Oh, goodness. And they kill it with fire. Look, you asshole. Get your ass over here. And y'all didn't see what my base looked like by the time I got done. I'm not done with the base by stretch of the imagination. The actual main structure is built. I'm probably going to renovate a lot of it later on. It's like, okay, the Thopter Bay is going to be here, and the garage is going to be here. And so I just need to actually build the garage area and put down the pentashield for the one and the really swanky garage door for the other one. But the hardest part I was having last night was getting it to where I could get a ramp down to the ground and still have the ramp's furthest end, bottom end, even if it was sticking in the ground, that it was still within my claim, and that was actually really difficult. But I think I figured it out.
May nature's blessings find you.
Okay.
I fear my efforts here in live art are futile.
Most readers come into the Blight in a manner similar to how Amumu has. So you take these samples and bring them to Irsith. She's warden of the hill. Mother wants to know. Alright. Okay, so we're basically done questing here. And so we're going to do a fun little run. I'm going to actually hop on my pony. This I dislike. On the other hand, we are getting this. Ooh, we're super close to finishing 49, and then we start working on 50. And 50 is where the fun is going to happen, because that's the one that I want to complete. Okay. Yep. We are yeeting ourselves into the reekwood. This is not recommended behavior with a war steed. I'm reminded I forgot to post in Discord. La da 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 da. Alright, we're going this way. Let's run nameplates. I wish nameplates would just always stay on. I also wish DDO actually had player nameplates. Like so that you can see your own character's nameplate. Especially for those folks who earned, there's like a couple of these wave symbols that you can get next to, like surrounding your name, almost like parentheses. Only cooler. But you can only get them if you've done certain things. And you can't see them yourself, I don't think, because you can't see your own nameplate. Kinda sucks. It kinda sucks. Alright. Put in a message elsewhere as well. There we go. Okay. We're here back at Amuma. The sadly blighted mother tree. I have to say the corruption in this tree is way worse than the corruption in a certain tree in the Feywild in Dungeons & Dragons Online.
May nature's blessings find you.
All of Adagim will soon succumb to this if we can't stop it. But I'm mainly here about this fate of the Mulderwood. Dealing about Libarth is losing the battle against the Pale Blight, and that Talbirel sent you to her to ask for her help. As a warden of Amuma, my place is here. I must do everything I can to stop the rot inside, but as this affliction is killing the mother tree, I feel powerless. Thank you. Let me think of what we're gonna do.
I am saddened to hear about the grove.
Okay, you understand how I must feel? All too well that the chieftains of Solmadash are not able to give much aid to those outside the settlement. Again, they spell faring with an extra I. Are you better than Libarth? I choose to accompany the Pale Blight more of these fashion day. As the warden here, I ask you that you go and see for yourself to understand how nothing is safe from this pestilence. Gather the sap that you find seeping from the mother tree or something, bring it to me. And then we're gonna get ourselves a nice hauberk. Ooh, I like the design of this thing. What does it look like under heirloom blue? Ooh, and it dyes pretty richly too. That's really nice. Okay, that's the sages. That's the Okay, this is the medium armor one. This is also really good. I don't know about that little brown flap there. That kind of looks slightly inappropriate. I'm just saying. Looks unhealthy. Oh, and this is the heavy armor one. This one's actually really nice. It's like a demon tongue, like Gene Simmons going. Hey, Scamper. Scamper, want a pet? Scamper gets a pet. Okay, so we can already see one of the problems with the scaling, and this is, to be fair, this is a plugin, but the plugin is pulling from the native UI, so that's something to keep an eye on. Alright, let's accept, and this armor set will actually be an upgrade, so we're definitely gonna take it. So let's go gather some sap from around Amuma. With all the brownie in motion going on here, I am reminded very much of Silithus in World of Warcraft and the hives of the insectoids. There's bloody sap? Ugh. Need 5 more? Well, there's 2 more. This is... Okay. Alright. Well, we're going to a little side thought here. Bloody sap. It's a bloody wood. I want... Considering how long ago this was actually made and how recently Cordo discovered the awesome metal band Bloody Wood... this clearly is not a direct, at least I hope it's not a direct reference, because that would be kind of unfortunate, but I can also see it being a reference. Here's some more. 3 of 5. Apu! Bringing in the lights and the sparkles. Welcome. How you doing? What you up to? We're having a quiet night tonight, and that's okay. I'm actually kind of low energy tonight, because I shoveled snow today after my Lotro stream. And after hanging out in the chat during the DDO stream this afternoon, where Cord had Tolero, the DDO producer, on it, it was a really good stream. I'll be honest, DDO's getting a much better anniversary than we are. They got a better producer letter than we did. But in fairness, DDO has things a little bit more dialed in right now. So they can publish more stuff. Lotro has stuff dialed in, but they don't have dates and stuff. Alright, if you chance to see the sap that weeps from Amuma, you can see here in the sap that appears bloody and diseased, so you can see the rot festering inside, even a small amount. I feel now that Amuma herself is speeding up the death of Adagim. The affliction in her roots stretches deep into the earth and is killing the ground beneath her feet. She does not speak to me as she once did, and in the rare words I do hear are poisoned. This pains me deeply, and it is because of this I do not know how to hike and help live earth. Mother Tree may even be the cause of the grove dying. You may need to actually kill the Mother Tree to stop the infection. You gonna make garlic bread soon? Ooh, I love me some good garlic bread, which is really nice. You know.
Bring words of Amuma to the chieftains of Sulmadash.
Talbiral feels they have failed their people, and I have my struggles with them as well. She paused and thought, they are my mother and father. They have begged me to return home time and again, but my place is here as her warden. Oh, the chieftains of Zulmadash are your parents? Oh boy. I'm going to be able to do much to prevent the rot from spreading, but they may know more in the settlement as the scholars treated there as their growth fell. They also may need help from a champion like me. Okay, well, let's go to Zulmadash. You notice how I'm going down to a more level ground before riding my horse this time? I'm being nice. Let's ride around the pond. Ow! Leave me alone. Everybody's picking on my horsey. But I do like the fact that my horse has over 100,000 morale points. And we'll pick this one up because it's our rich silver door deposit. My pony's doing the pee-pee dance. Well, the hell yeah, we're picking that shit up. I've never seen like a clump of peat just lying around like that. I honestly don't recall that have been a thing. I remember getting peat out of farming activities. Oh, we have to go find a path in. Let's go find the road. Ow. Sneaky, sneaky. We're kind of there, but we're on the wrong side of the rocks. Alright. Let's go over on the east side of the lichen-infested rocks. Ow. Yep. I'm in the I don't care. I'm just gonna get there any way I can. Whoosh. Okay. Ooh, hold on. Let's fall in the water. But let's actually go over here. Because I wanted to look at this. I love the leaf shape of this particular shelter. I mean, obviously it's not going to keep any rain off. It's going to keep the sun off, and that's kind of cool. Uh-oh. Sidario loves his rocks all over the place. We have trees and rocks and rocks and trees and trees and rocks and rocks and water. Even have I been watching any Hedge Knights? No. Oh, Adagim eggplant. Eggplant. I don't actually watch a lot of TV, and it's typically franchise stuff. I have been watching Starfleet Academy. Any spoilers about that are in my Discord. I actually have no streaming service subscriptions other than Amazon Prime. Oh, hello, other person who got yeeted out of... Everybody's getting yeeted out of things. Everybody's like, what are we doing here? I'm all the way on the far side of Zolmadash. Alright, so the path into Zolmadash is back this way. If I recall correctly. Ah! Or, we're just gonna do this. Yeah, I really do like those. And with the vertical one, it's like a palm leaf. Hedge Knight's new Game of Thrones. I have never read Game of Thrones nor watched it. I never really had much interest in it, honestly. Not a fan of, oh, what's his face? George R.R. Martin. Especially after some of his behavior at a Worldcon some years back. He was a bit of a dick. And I'm like, yep. I don't need to be a fan of that guy. I mean, there's a lot of people, a lot of folks who are fans of his, and I'm in no way, shape, or form yucking their yum. I'm also not going to yum my yuck just to make people comfortable about it.
How can I help?
Honestly, the only Game of Thrones I would possibly watch is the one with Matt Smith in it. So... You have Orthel, the letter from Earson, and to troubling news. We did not know that Amuma was being consumed by this blight so quickly. We must find a way to stop it. I will continue to do what I can. As you see if there are others, you can help around Zolmadash. Any information we can over be very helpful. I've already been doing that. Okay. Ooh, now that I'm here, I'm reminded. I'm gonna see if I can try to get my allies, restored. Let me, first of all, plop this, new armor on. That'll make me, a lot nicer to... Alright, we got, essences there. Because I was having trouble with based on how the UI has been behaving. It's like... This is not doing... Like, I can type here. And, obviously... Oh, hello. Oh, well. That's weird. You've only seen clips of Game of Thrones and read small segments of Looks Not For You. Diana Rigg was magnificent in that final scene. I wanted a grimdark fantasy, just play Warhammer for the Emperor. Okay, so now I just need to remember that if I'm going to reforge an item, I just click there instead. Until they fix the UI to account for it. So now my items are you live somewhere in the mushy middle between Warhammer and Redwall. I don't even know what Redwall is, I'll be honest. I'll be honest with you. Alright, let's go grab some essence reclamation scrolls. I have a whole pile more, so I need to go find them. Now, whichever character they live on. So this is part of the problem, is actually getting it to click on the right thing. There we go. Essences. Brian and Jacques, medieval fantasy YA readers whose characters are mice, rats, badgers, and stoats. That sounds amazing. British. Oh, I know what they all are. I mean, there's a whole genre of the whimsy of British wildlife being anthropomorphized. And in fact, you see that in Tolkien, with the fox that was, you know, what was the fox thinking, in the woods above Woodhall? Before he decided, oh, wait, shit, Lord of the Rings needs to be tied to the Silmarillion, not to the whimsy of the Hobbit, so I guess we're gonna be doing something different here. Okay. I was this year's old couple weeks ago when I realized that a sword here indicated this item was equipped, and so now when I unequip an item that I need to haul essences out of, it's easier for me to find out which one it is. So, yoink. Not gonna lie, what kept you reading The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe was Lucy Met Talking Animals. This is true. It's one of the reasons why I enjoyed it as well. And we saw even more of that, or the remnants of that, in Prince Caspian. And then we're not going to discuss that really disastrous, horrible... okay, it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't a great movie. The Voyage of the Dawn Treader. Though I think the kid that played Eustace wound up actually becoming a well-known British actor in his generation. Reepicheep was the OG, though. Yes! Reepicheep was awesome, though I'm sad that they had two different voice actors play Reepicheep, but both of them were amazing, so I was like, I don't want to pick one as being my favorite. They're both good. Kitty cats, why are you all fussing? Oh, it's the same design, only with new colors. Okay, okay, game. Alrighty. We're going over there. Trying to figure out where I'm going, I don't know. Reepicheep was awesome. I think one of my favorite parts of this story, I mean, one of the most tremendously sad and intriguing parts of the story of the Kintai. I mean, of course, they're elves. And when I first saw these trees on Bolror, I had a vague idea where they were going with it, but I didn't realize exactly where they were going with it. And for me, it was very important that the story reminded not only us, but the characters themselves that elves is elves. You're all the firstborn children of Iluvatar. And that one instance, that one brief story moment where Sigaleth is speaking to the angry spirit and she doesn't know if it's Celirtus or not. But the whole idea that the Kintai can go west like all other elves, because they are elves, they can always choose to change their mind on being the Avari. They can't use the word Avari, that's why they got Kintai as their name. But for me, to have that realization is like, you can't unsee that. Now that you know this, and you have these elves who wanted nothing to do with the northern elves, but these southern elves had their own way of doing things, and it wasn't like, oh, you're doing things wrong. There's like, here's another option for you to consider. That was such a wonderfully powerful moment. And one of my other favorite moments in the story of the Song of Waves and Wind is finding out there's southern wizards too. At least one. And I love that it was Glorfindel who figured it out. And I love that Inkanush, our good friend Gandalf, had no fucking clue about it. Because guess what? He's not omniscient. The powers don't need to tell him shit. They tell him what he needs to know, and he apparently didn't need to know. Oh, another side quest? I will do your other side quest. Hi.
Greeting, adventurer. I have a mushroom problem.
There are fungi that appear to completely succumb to the blight and are growing dangerous. You've seen mushrooms that grow much larger than normal but are deadly. Can you take this water that I have enchanted and pour it over them? Just try to blight one. Enchanted water? Ooh. And I'm going to get an unadorned necklace. Well, it's not going to be as good as the one that I have. Though the physical mitts would be nice. Alright, we'll do that. Growing concerns? Hahaha. Let's find others. Why am I doing that? No. Somebody's doing the Tomb of Elendil, though, I noticed, real quick. Good luck with that. Alright, monster mushrooms, let's go! The monster mushrooms. Oh, hi. This is where they grow food for themselves. Okie dokie. Ginormous orange trees. I love them. I haven't had oranges, like actual oranges, in a long time. I've had those mandarin, the mandarin oranges that you get in a can, which are not really oranges. I mean, they are, but they're not. Once upon a time, one time when I got sick after a PAX or something, this was before the days of COVID. Anytime that I would get sick, I would just basically get these particular navel oranges. Seedless navel oranges. And, oh my god, they were so freaking good. But I ordered strawberries in my grocery delivery for tomorrow, so, because they had a sale on strawberries. One of the things I've noticed is I've spent more and more time doing grocery deliveries rather than going to the store myself, is I have more time to do shit. I am noticing that it is more expensive because you have to pay for a delivery fee. But I also have the opportunity to avoid purchasing things based on impulse, like, oh, I'm hungry, I'm going to order XYZ. No. And best of all, is I wind up being able to take more advantage of, like, the sales and stuff. Because one of the things about Kroger is they always wanted you to log into their website to log in their weekly deals. And the weekly deals are generally pretty good. Like, for example, a 12-pack of soda is normally $11. If they put it on the weekly deal, it's $6. So that's like almost, almost half off. So the problem is you had to log it in on their app on the phone while you're in the store. And my local store's internet is garbage. And for some reason, they've got the wrong card listed on my account. So it never would actually log in correctly anyway. So it just was too much of a hassle.
How can I help?
All right. All right, we helped a little bit. We helped a little bit. Let's go back to trying to find the chieftains. And we're not talking about the Irish band, the Chieftains, who are amazing, who I once had the fortune of seeing perform in real life. They were performing with the Cincinnati Pops. And Eric Kunzel was actually conducting. And one thing that you could tell is the Pops being like, the Pops is like the more lighthearted version of the symphony, because the Cincinnati Symphony is serious business. And hello, I can't take your quest yet.
What do you need?
Oh. Your request is low level, that's not that. Okay. Yellow fungal floor. Decorative disconcerting fungal wall. Ooh, I'm also going to get some Kintai harvesting tools. Hell yeah. And a decorative powdery mildew platform. Okay. Hey, it's Snorblom! Oh, wait, it's Snorblom. Oranges. Yes, oranges? No, Cincinnati Symphony Orchestra. But the Pops are basically a little bit more laid back. They were not laid back compared to the Chieftains. They seemed very uptight. And at the very end, the sadly late Patty Maloney stood up and invited members of the Pops to actually just jam with them and really get into it. And only one person, somebody with a clarinet, went ham and had a lot of fun. And everybody else was just like sitting down and just doing whatever. And this one person was just going to town. And you know, the Chieftains fed off of that a lot. So it's something, shared music, jamming. It's, you know, some Irish music. When they're doing a jam like that, it's like jazz. It's like you just make shit up and play. Alright. Let's see what Aralath has to say.
What do you need?
Your honor name Ratius from our groves to the north. Your coming renews our hope that virtue yet walks among us. Our stores are thin as in the north, and what we grant in exchange for aid is little beyond its worth. Yet we will deal in good faith. As the blight spreads, still there remain unspoiled roots and seeds in Adagim. Gather what is pure. Take the seedlings untouched by corruption. Bring us the seeds that hold the memory of the emerald wood. Here, beneath the boughs of Sol Madash, hope clings still. With your help, force may yet be reborn. Okay, we'll go back to Thorim. We still haven't found the chieftains.
How can I help?
Find the unsullied seeds of Nizigim. Gather them with care. In them lies a memory of what once was, and the hope think that will be might yet return. For tools to claim and harvest, or the means to make them. Choose as you will. But know this, even before your hand turns to aid us, we are already in your debt. Okay, so I don't really care about any of these. I think I'll take the platform, though. Okay, so we've done that, but we still need to find the chieftains, so we will make our way this way. Oh, Pharaon! Wait! I called it! Did I not say earlier today the only thing this place reminded me of Agranite, the only thing we really needed was Viznak. We get Viznak! Hell yeah! I'm down with this. Engage in a discussion. We see some old friends, and there's Radrog, as well as Farron. Aw, man.
May nature's blessings find you.
Brings you to Zolmadash and causes you to brave the harsh lands of Adagim. Tell Dathliel of how Libarth and Amuma are falling to the Blight, and that Irsinith sent you with the news and a request for help if they learn more of the Pale Blight. Dathliel looks relieved to hear news about her daughter. I'm glad you have seen Irsinith and that she's holding on as best she can. The Blight consuming Libarth, and even the Mother Tree is most dire. I'm sad to tell you that Sol Madash is losing this battle against the pestilence that ravages our land. We are doing what we can, but many are losing hope. If you wish to help us here, please speak with my husband Ildimar. He will know more what needs to be done around the settlement. I will send word to Irsinith and Mr. Dealery. Aww. And your husband is right here. Okay. Me too. Glad to hear word from our daughter. I am sad to hear about her circumstances. Wish that she would come to the settlement, although I understand her duty is to Amuma. She makes us proud with her devotion. She spoke the truth that Sol Madash is suffering these days. The infection can be found in the trees within our walls, despite our best efforts to cleanse the signs we see. We're trying to identify the Pale Blight and put an end to this, so all help is accepted.
There is much you can do to help here in Sulmadash.
There are many here who would use your help if you ask around the settlement, and I'm certainly grateful for their assistance. I'm usually wary of outsiders, especially in times like this, but you helped our daughter, so you're most welcome. As I mentioned, the settlement is slowly but surely succumbing to this blight, and with the infection, you will face many dangers here in Adagim, as the creatures here become twisted and vile with rot. Their threats grow by the day. Certain you have seen how blight consumed the earth already to make it here, but I ask you to look out over the lands from here to see how bad it has become. Oh man. It's bad, even in the daytime. At least at night it's not so bad because you can't see most of it. As you can see, the entire land is consumed outside of the sanctuary, and even some land within its borders. It's disheartening to be fighting against this threat, as it turns our very earth against us. We have thus far kept the threat at bay all these years, but we know we are losing the battle, and Sol Madash will soon be lost if the spread is not stopped. Through all these years, we recently had rangers from the north. I'm surprised they didn't capitalize north here. When they speak about seeing similar things in their lands, they bring knowledge that may be able to help our people. Speak of them. They've spoken of how they could use someone like yourself. Hello, old friend.
A word with you.
I did not think we would encounter you in these southern lands. So far from Imlad Morgul, but it seems Viznak was right after all. I believe his confidence sprang from a misunderstanding of the geography and the sheer size of Harad. Perhaps it was instead his knowledge of your penchant for adventure and your desire to aid any who have need. You know the evils Lyrath the Stained worked in Imlad Morgul and in Agranith. Word came to us that a pestilence not dissimilar to that of the Lady of Blight had taken root in these lands long ago, and we thought to investigate. We wish now to help where we can. There may be something we can do to help these people, especially now that we are together again. Please return to me when you can, as we will need your help with the task.
The lands here are filled with rot, and there is much we must do.
Alright, the Blight that seizes wood is not exactly like the one brewed by Lyrith, but the two pestilences share some traits. Our work in the north may inform our work here. Again, why are we not capitalizing the north? We believe we can create a serum for this plague. It will not stop its spread, but it may protect the imbiber from the rot's infection. Ready to get to work? Speak with Viznak. Spend not over long catching up. The sooner we can mix the serum, the sooner we can return to other lands. He will know what should be done when work toward this potion. I love this so much. I was waiting for this because this is the kind of shit that Maid of Lions does. He plays long games.
What do you want?
Oh, we got the same voice actor too. Oh, greetings. I knew you'd be around here somewhere. Viznak has only to think of a thing, and it happens. Just now, I was thinking I need another loyal subject to collect some things, and here you are. I love Viznak. Okay, we're gonna make something to help the bad things. The bad things here. It helped with the Blight lady before. This drink needs some more stuff. We sell some good ones that way. He points to the north. We need some green water, some rocky mushrooms, some leaves that died, and some blood from the trees. Not a problem for you, right? No, not a problem. You've proven a friend of Viznak before. Now, once? Twice? Is it only twice? Hehehe. It seems more to me, but I'm always busy with my rule. Now, go get that stuff. Oh, Viznak, our buddy. Hi, Kevin. There has been 0 kitties on the stream. You have missed no kitties. We just ran across some good friends. And since you were on my Lotro stream earlier today, you will remember when I said I was likening this area, you know, this whole plague and the Blight, to what happened in Agronith, and it's like, all we need now is Viznak, and what happens? I run into Viznak. What? Not surprised. Too much stream light for the day. Yeah. I shoveled the snow today, and I'm going to regret it. I'm totally going to regret it. Alright. We're in one of the blighted areas. But it says to reach the rotted area. Oh, is this the one that is having trouble? No, this isn't. Oh, you found signs of rot. Well, shit. Burn rot. Let's burn some fungal rot. They actually fixed him. Originally, he didn't recognize it until enough players complained. Hell yeah! I'm a little bit surprised they messed that up. They would have messed that up. Okay. Am I playing the game in 2K or 4K? This is full screen on my 55-inch monitor. It's hot. So you kind of can't tell so much is because when I went into the UI scaling, I really didn't do much with the settings. I just made the cursor twice as big. And I did notice they actually redid the cursor entirely. Because when I saw when they first put the cursor scaling on Bull Roar, and I looked at it, the cursor was very pixelated. And so I just have the global UI set up like 50%, so it's nice. It's nice. I don't think I have anything down here updated as well. It's all exactly the same. Yep. Minecoder seems to be struggling a little. It's not bad though. Yeah, it's actually really bad in XSplit right now. If I take a look at things in Task Manager, the Lotro client is taking up 3 gigs of RAM, 27% of my GPU, and XSplit is taking up 12.4% of my CPU, and my GPU at 12% as well. I wonder though, XSplit has always been a memory hog. It doesn't help that Chrome is taking over a gig of RAM, but that's Chrome for you, because I have too many tabs open. I don't even have that many either. Okay. Let's find the next bit of rot. Because I had trouble with this quest earlier on the stream. So it's a matter of finding the exact point within that circle. And this is the one that I was having trouble with earlier. To find the exact trigger point of this particular one. And you have to listen for the little click. This one is actually really annoying because you have to look through the entire circle, but it doesn't pop up until you actually find the spot. These are all supposed to be within the border, so I don't think it's going to be down the cliffside. Maybe down here? There's the other one, also over this way. Maybe this one will be quicker to find. One can only hope. I like that. Windbreak, I guess? It's definitely ornamental more than this sort of collection. This quest drove you absolutely, deeply, profoundly bananas. I'm noticing that the rot is by the Barothi. All these times that we're on the Barothi. Oh, there's a third one. After the stream, I'll take a look at maybe if there's a new XSplit update. And also if there's any new NVIDIA drivers. Because the last NVIDIA drivers I picked up with the December patch. Maybe there's been one in February. Okay, let's focus on the Barothi. Oh, sure! Sure! How many goddamn times did I run around each of these fucking trees? Okay, the scholars are down here to the south. Fate of the Molderwood is up there. Charting the spread is around where I am right now. Routine cleansing. Scholars gone missing again. Way down. Let's do Biznak's thing up here to the north. Because I think I need to go back to Tharnar for the routine cleansing thing. Keep hitting the wrong thing. There we go. Oh, that's why. Okay, so we need some blight water, some blight mushroom, blight sap, blight leaves. And we're gonna beat up this scooter. You know what? I got a few keys. I can start opening a few unsullied seed pods. So what I wound up getting from that thing, I got a handful of unsullied seeds. Somebody was asking me about unsullied seeds. And whether you could just... But we never saw unsullied seeds. We saw other seeds. Hey! I am now friend of the Kintai. And... that's nice. I can buy more shit from their vendor. I do want to go back and get the rest of these maxed out as well, but we're not going to worry about that right now. Let's get this blighted mushroom. This mushroom. By the way, speaking of fun stuff, if you haven't seen it, you must go watch Ian McKellen on Jimmy Kimmel. No, was it on Colbert? Was that on Colbert? It was on Colbert. Because it was so good. We're gonna use the rest of our keys on the large pots when we come across them. Get more shit out of them. Holly, how's the Holly kitty doing? What are you up to? Appreciate you rolling in and hanging out with us. I can feel my joints stiffening up after shoveling some snow today. But this looks like it might be the last bit of snow I have to shovel for a while. Knocking on plastic right now. We'll see though. We'll see. Because it's gonna do a warm trend. But I might, if it's not already cleared off my driveway by the time I need to go do laundry this upcoming week, then just finish a chicken pasta stir fry. Oh, that sounds tasty. I myself had pork ribs for supper. And I might have ice cream as well. I forget, did I buy it? I think I might have actually bought ice cream. Like, it's fucking cold out, Druid. Why are you buying ice cream? Because I can. But it was Rocky Road. I hadn't had Rocky Road in a while. I had a jonesing for Rocky Road. Because I like Rocky Road. Okay, we're going to use our key on that. Your region has almost no snow this winter. In Okanagan, in BC, Canada. Home of amazing people, Canada. The last time I went to Canada, I turned the Niagara Falls blue. True story. But that was like in 2008, 2009. It was a long time ago. It was right before they changed the LED lights that shine on the falls and do really cool designs at night or during dusk. Before they changed those to LEDs. They used to just be incandescent spotlights and they were fucking hot. And the light keeper said, yeah, don't touch those. We're like, okay. I can feel from over here inside the control booth. I ain't touching that shit at all. However, I did get the opportunity to play with the control board, the light switch itself, so that was fun. And that's when the friend that I was with, Lady Reason, she made the falls, she did the pride flag. Basically, she did a rainbow. She made the falls be rainbow. I just turned everything on to blue. Unsurprising. And there is photographic evidence of it, but I would have to go find it. And it actually, I know some of it is on, like I have an old copy on my ancient IMAX hard drive because I never wiped it. You know what these things remind me of? Is orc defilers who drop their totems. Or if you play WoW, shamans who drop their totems. Okay, so I need more blighted water. More blighted water, please. Oh, there's some blighted water right next to the spooter. So the spooter can die. Goodbye, spooter. I need some more mushrooms and some more blighted leaves. There's a blighted mushroom. My life has been amazing. It's not been as amazing as my sister's. I mean, my sister is the director of community for Catan, for fuck's sake. You don't get much, like, for these people. She works for Asmodee. Look. Asmodee treats their people very, very well, too. So she's fortunate to be working with them, or for them. I'm always happy that I get to contract with them at Gen Con. Oh, no, I just need leaves. Leaves, blighty leaves. There's some right here. Who's fighting me? Hi. I mean, I've gotten to do some amazing things because of my and my sister's dad. I got to fly on a B-17 bomber once. That Dad was the mechanic on. And Holly, you play well, right? Or at the very least used to. Yeah, no. Oh, that nameplate didn't appear anywhere. Cool. Cool. Playing right now, hell yeah. I do want to get into the pre-patch, but I'll tell you a little story about WoW. So, my dad, before he passed, he used to volunteer at an air museum, which at the time was in Elmira, New York, based out of the Elmira, the little regional Elmira airport. And the crown jewel of their collection was one of the 10 or 12 remaining airworthy B-17 bombers in North America. I think there's maybe like 12 worldwide. Like 2 were in Europe, but the other 10 were in America. And this was the crown jewel. She did not serve in the war itself, in World War II. But she was like retrofitted to be like an ambassador. Like, she shuttled ambassadors and dignitaries around, State Department people and shit. After the war, and in the Korean War era, but again, she did not see combat. And she was painted something else at the time, and so either when they purchased the aircraft, or maybe before the aircraft was purchased, somebody had repainted her to resemble an aircraft that did serve and actually saw combat, called the Fuddy Duddy. And the nose art on it was Elmer Fudd, because nobody gave a shit about copyright back then. Anyway, back then in late 2000, early aughts time scale. This is actually in the 90s, I think. No, it had to have been in the early aughts, because I didn't even know I had a sister until 98, 99, somewhere around there. But anyhow, in those early days. You could get a half-hour flight on the Fuddy Duddy as a passenger, get a tour for $400, and that was how much it cost. And Dad ponied up $800 so me and my sister could go on rides on the Fuddy Duddy, and it was a hell of a lot of fun. I got to meet Colonel Bob Morgan, who was the original pilot of the real life Memphis Belle, not the one in the movie. The one in the movie was actually a repainted aluminum overcast. Anyhow, back to the Fuddy. So she had distinctive nose art, distinctive tail art. But unfortunately, the museum incurred a lot of debt as a startup, and they couldn't pay off the debt. And they tried their best to salvage the operation. And the only way they could stay open is they had to sell the aircraft. They had other aircraft in their collection. But the fuddy-duddy was the crown jewel, as she should be. And so she was sold to a collector in Van Nuys, in Santa Ana, California. There's another story about another aircraft in Van Nuys that I will tell you about at another time, maybe. Involving my dad. But some years afterwards, I see on Twitter Mr. Taryn Gregory of, at the time he was on the story team. Now he's actually on the Warcraft team for realsies. But he sent a photo standing in front of the tail art of a B-17 bomber. And what had happened was the aircraft had been sold to a guy who had like this hangar of amazing aircraft, and then you could book it for corporate dinners and whatnot. And that's what Blizzard had done. Blizzard had gone to this guy in Santa Ana, rented out his hangar, and done a Team 2 dinner, and Taryn had been invited to that dinner. And so Taryn posted this picture of the back of the aircraft, and I'm like, Taryn, is that Buddy Duddy? He's like, yes, how did you know? And I replied to him with a photo of me and my dad standing in front of Fuddy Duddy with the nose art clearly visible from the time that we were there together in Elmira. The time that I violated FAA regulations. It was a thing that happened. Because you're not supposed to drive the follow me truck if you are not FAA regulate or authorized. And well, my dad had to be in the back of the follow me truck giving directions to the pilots on where to take their aircraft during the air show. I was the driver. He told me to go where I needed to go. But technically that role should have been handled by an FAA qualified personnel. But there was nobody else who could do it. Anywho. Yes. This is how I found out where Fuddy Duddy was. That it was the Santa Ana collector who had purchased her that my friend Taryn saw years later. And now Taryn comes back into our conversation today because Devilor is streaming late tonight because he and his Mrs. Cherry are having dinner with Taryn and his Mrs. Diva. Diva, who is an amazing voice actress. And I miss those guys a lot. I still actually sub to their Twitch channels, and neither of them have streamed for like a 3 or 4. They haven't streamed since like before COVID or early. I think Diva was streaming a bit in the early era of COVID because a whole bunch of voice actors would get together and read Shakespeare and shit, and it was the best thing ever. When Mitch, what's his name? Mitch Naruto, I believe, decided one day that the character he was playing was voiced just like Yoda. And had everybody else in fucking stitches. Like, in a Shakespeare play, this character, this, I don't know, the Lord from Verona or whatever, sounded exactly like like Yoda. And they also did, like, all kinds of things, like Agatha Christie plays. They did, I think they did a couple of Oscar Wilde ones. It was called Brunch with the Bard. And of course, they could only do works that were out of copyright or, in the public domain. So they were limited on how recent of stuff that they could do. But having, like, professional voice actors just, on a Zoom call reading plays aloud and acting them out was an amazing thing. But life is so weird. I haven't talked to Taryn and Diva in so long, and I want to dog them again. Because they both have really cool emotes. And I will show you the remotes in just a few moments. Like, Diva has, like, the gas... She has Kageyama. Satsuki had done the gasp emote, which is, like, one of the meme emotes that you can get per channel. Finally. We're gonna go talk to Vishnok. Sweet. Where else can we go? We can go find those missing scholars, actually. Let's go find the scholars, and then we can go returning to people. Something's coming after me, something's coming. I don't know what it is, gonna be dead. Could it be? Yes, it could. Something's coming, something. If I can wait. So, I never really got into Yes until like the 90s. It's because my mom was dating a guy for a while. He was big into classic rock, which was very amusing because the dude's younger brother was in my class at school. So mom was kind of going for the young dude for a little bit. Not the younger brother, but the one who was actually an adult. But he had really great taste in music. The elder brother did. And so I got into a lot of really cool classic rock, like Pink Floyd. Yes. Though, to be fair, I got into Yes because of the movie Legend. More than anything else. Because John Anderson's voice is an amazing thing. Yep, we're just going to ride around until we find a way in. Because I remember I keep jumping out of here to get where I'm going. Jumping out of the town. And not taking the normal way back in. Like I should do. That's okay. We're actually heading down to go find these missing scholars. What fuel? Are the crystals the fuel of these lanterns? I'm a little bit curious about all the glowy crystal lanterns in all of Middle-earth. Okay, it's behind me. Feels like there should be something right around here. One thing I actually dislike about the game right now is its incessant reliance on that soft click to indicate that you're in the right spot. You shouldn't need to be forced to listen. And what if you're hearing impaired or you're deaf? You can't hear that click. You just have to be very careful about where you're wandering in that little circle. Now, if they gave you like right here. I didn't even see any bodies. Oh. Like, that message in the air would be very helpful. We're not going to bury the scholars? I guess not. To a lesser extent, also the ding for deeds. Yep. I mean, if you have Deed Tracker installed as a plugin, then you're going to see deeds pop up either way, but when you complete them at least. And bless our boy Cube, aka B4, whatever the rest, for making a Deed Tracker, because it's amazing. Alright. Let's find our way in. I guess we're gonna find our way in by jumping over the cliff as usual. No Mo. What if we like Mo? Saying no to Mo? How dare. Thought there was a quest up here. There is. It's the one on the other side. Where you go talk to Vishnak. Hold on. Let's go talk to our boy Vishnak. Yep. I don't like the fact that I almost just fell off the damn cliff.
We're gonna show them who's boss.
Give Vishnak the items you requested. You bring what I need. You didn't die to the Blight. I'll get to work right away. It should not take long. Now it's your turn to wait. Hee.
Are you ready to test the serum? Let us hope you survive.
It's such a hassle finding a loyal subject. Meow. I love the airplane noises that goblins make. It's so much fun. I like it. I like it a lot. Ready to drink it and see if it works? Feel some tasty mushrooms that have some blight in them for you me to try. Oh my god. I'm gonna die, aren't I? Some folks have been commenting about how the loading screens don't look right anymore. No, they actually look right now. They were distorted before, and we're just not used to the change. They look a lot better now, in my opinion. Drink the pale blight serum. Leaves an earthy and burning taste in your mouth. Start with a blue mushroom. It looks safe enough. Do not do this in real life. I must stress this. Do not just eat some random ass mushrooms in real life. Unless they come from a grocery store. Then you should hope they're safe. Unless there's a federal, FDA recall. So I told you you're probably resistant. You live. You do not like the taste. We keep going. Alright. Then we do the green mushroom. Why did the blue one have to be first? It tastes worse than the last. That almost makes you sick. Red mushroom. This one is scary. Try not to die. Burns more than the other. Somehow feeling bigger. That was a close one. You look stronger somehow. Alright. Yellow mushroom. It's suspiciously chewy, but you feel more focused. Okay, well, I'm not dead yet.
What do you want?
You did it and lived. We are all glad the blight does not look like it is killing you. It looked like you made you strong. That means the serum works. Thank you. We are all glad you did not die painfully. Now, more must be made. Okay. Dathlil, what you got?
I am glad to see you. Our scouts have found the source of the Blight.
We believe it in the ruins of an ancient wonder that was abandoned many years ago, known to us as the Folly of Nagahi. When you're ready, head south and see if you can confirm what our scouts have found and put an end to this plague. This is going to lead us to the instance. Or to an instance, and this will definitely be an upgrade. A brilliant elvish ring. Okay, I'm actually going to travel later on this. I want to wait and do the other side quests and get them out of the way, and then we'll focus on this larger, more important quest. Anything for me?
How can I help?
Alright, I should be able to trade for... Yeah, I can trade for the middle tier stuff, or the next tier stuff now. Yay. But honestly... I'm probably not going to spend any of that stuff. No. The Miride Log, Damage Artifact, Laundry Day. Yep, we want that. We'll buy baubles. Though I'm sad that they misspelled odious. All the housing decos. I'll probably wind up spending a lot of money, a lot of these on the golden barrels. The token of the emerald wood would also be a definitive upgrade. Viznox cure? Question mark. Oh, is that a bauble? Sounds like a bauble to me. Oh well, let's go. Stop clicking on the wrong thing, Druid. You have a transmog for Demon Hunter. They're showing the wrong color except for one shoulder. It's hilarious. Okay. I made a Devour, a Void Elf Devourer Demon Hunter. Haven't played it because I did watch a couple of videos and it looks like everybody's like, yeah, this doesn't work.
How can I help?
The big skill that they're talking about. This is the big Demon Hunter skill. It looks so amazing. You don't get it until you hit level 90. has been dealt with. You confirm that it has and return his torch to him. Thank you. Works never end. We will not let up. Remain vigilant to protect Solmadash as long as we can. Okay, my work has been helpful. Alright, let's go return to Orthel with the scholar's notes. I'm sorry, I have bad news for you.
May nature's blessings find you.
Where I find it, yep. You either give them the notes of the unfortunate news. She begins to tear up. This is deeply saddening news, my dear friends. I do not know what to say, but thank you for finding them. I will have the scouts recover their bodies. Recovery of their notes will ensure their sacrifice was not in vain. Sometime, please take this for your efforts. Okay. And find potential rot in Zulmadash. And that's up here. We were just up there earlier. Some more rot? We already found rot. This is like second rot? I don't think he knows about second rot. I understand the free transmog for everybody, for 1 transmog per character, is back in play. Yeah, they finally turned it on. I'm gonna probably spend some time, probably tomorrow, during SoCal Moot, with the sound turned off, because I can do transmog, and I can just have the game running in the background while I'm doing shit. It's something that I can do while I'm monitoring the stuff and whatnot. While papers are going on, I'm listening to the papers and watching the presentations. I can also do some transmog. You tried devouring the catch-up quest in the Wrathy Highlands, died quite a few times while the DPS stick did everything. Yeah, that's the problem is you don't really get good at Devour in terms of power until you get, higher up and shit. Alright, how many potential bits of rot am I finding here? Hi, TD. How are you? We're looking for rot. You're noisy? Of course you're noisy. If you were quiet, you wouldn't be TD. Okay, return to Rothwell with the samples. Okay. Okay, finally got done with that quest. I drove us all bananas. I want bananas. Or banana bread. Ooh, that's what I want, banana bread. Fresh, baked banana bread. Slathered in butter. Actually, homemade bread in general is just chef's kiss. Alright, Rothwell. Sorry, but things are bad.
What do you need?
Alright, you brought me plenty of samples. It worries me that you were able to find many indications of rot within the settlement. Thank you for your help. I will begin to work immediately. What can we do? Okay, I am now an aide to Adagim. Neato. I've completed quests in Adagim and Majala. Sweet. But I have plenty of other things to do in Mirjala. Yeah. Scouting Adagim, I still haven't found the folly, but we will find it here in a minute. Because we've got a quest to go to it. We got a quest to go right there. Alright, let's go back up here, and we're going to do the instance quest to go find the, complete the thing about the Molderwood. So tomorrow's SoCal mood. Corey is in Carlsbad, California, and life is good. Plenty of work to do for Signum University. Let's not fall off the thing this time, or get close to it. Alright, here we are. Actually, when is the next mood? I believe is March 7th. Let me look at the schedule. March 7th, April 11th is Tex Moot. Mountain Moot is the 9th of May. Not the 1st of May. Get your mind out of together. We don't do that shit. And then Willow Moot's the 23rd of May. So any of these Moot events, I will not be able to stream on Saturday. For the most part. Well, no, Willow Moot I may be able to, because that's in Leuven, Belgium. So that's going to be on EU time, but we'll see. I may be too tired afterwards, question mark. And then we're doing Helka Raxamut up in Alaska in August. There's also, of course, Myth Moot in June. That's going to be a lot of fun as well. So, we'll figure it all out. Alright, let's do our instance. Our instance about an instance. Ready to travel south and stop this evil? If our scouts' report is true, they have spotted a beast unseen in these lands before. It must be the source of the Blight. Let's go find out. The tracks we found spotted to the east, I ask you to follow them. Okay. Let's find whatever this is. I hope that it will bring an end to this Blight. That would be nice. That would be very nice. And do I have the Stable Master here? I think I came down here once just to get the Stable Master. Okay, I hear the orcs, but I don't see their person yet. So I'm guessing I need to do the quest and that opens up that stable point. Okay, or because I'm in an instance version of it, they're not available. Follow the tracks for the Pale Blight. They said we're spotted to the east. Well, it's a good thing I'm heading toward the east, so life is good. Alright. Tracks. Can I finally continue to the east? It's a good thing I've got these lanterns. I seem to recall this one was one of the ones that they adjusted to where... I don't know. I could be wrong. Faded talon marks are visible in the earth. I must back up. Beep, beep. Alright. Let's get this out of the way so I can see. As for the Canadians, moot and a boot, we actually had Cascade Moot in Vancouver recently. Long toes with claw marks are visible in the rotten dirt. Long toes, is it a sloth? Is it the sloth from Zootopia? Oh, that looks like a den. That looks like a den. Is it Mad Coil from ElfQuest? We're gonna lead south toward the ruins. Oh, it's not a den. It's ruins, as I mentioned earlier. I have discovered the place and completed the exploration deed. Nice. It also means I'm gonna get some points. You should not have come here, mortal. Blight will consume this land. You cannot stop it. Is it Lyrith? Karja. Of the same mold as Lyrith. Kill the Morrow. Oh, shit. Let's go. Yeah, this is gonna happen. Wait, is she, do we know her from Adagim, or from Agarnith and Adagim? You notice these A names all have this. Ah, okay. Speak with the scout and return to Zul'Madash. Hi. Oh, it's like a mission in that regard. Oh, you're taking me all the way back
May
to...
nature's blessings find you.
I've never seen such a creature in these lands before. Done well this day, champion. You should return. Okay, we'll do that. So, basically... Lyrith Mark II.
May nature's blessings find you.
And defeating the beasts which our scout spoke. He's tell Dathliel what happened at the entrance to the ruins of Nakagedi's wonder. So you have. We have hope for the first time in many years thanks to you. Could this really be the end of the blight raging in our lands? The foul monster must have been the reason the blight has been raging for recent months. And you put a stop to it. We'll continue searching the area near the wonder. But what else could have been causing this pestilence? We are eternally grateful. Yeah. Alrighty, now what?
Our scouts in the south continue to search for the source.
Give me a bottle of the serum. I ask that you bring some of the serum you and the rangers have concocted to them in Sar Marsag. It will help keep them safe. They'll also be relieved to learn that we are making progress here in Zul'Madash. Okay. To the next campfire. Okay. We can do this thing. Are we gonna jump down off of this? Yep, we are. Are we gonna jump off of this too? Yep, we are. So last time we sent Corey to Canada, we made him go get poutine. Just like when we sent him to Australia. We've been making him eat Vegemite every time. And he's gotten to the point, like the first time he had Vegemite, he was never going to have it again. He was not a fan. And now he's able to eat a whole slice of Vegemite on toast. Next year, Osmoot will not be. Next year, it's going to be Kiwi Moot. And we are pulling out all the stops for that one. We're going to be doing not only the 3-day moot over the weekend, but there's going to be a road trip both before and after the moot that are optional. Where the folks who attend will be able to go to various places. such as various. They're going to be planning a tour of the Hobbiton film sets, seeing a couple of other places, like, you know, going to the bluff that became Metacelled, or became Edoras. Possibly even going to Weta Workshop, doing their public tour. What do you mean interrupted, jerk? Got my logs? Alright. Bye. I'll take a powder. I do love the whimsy of a wandering thicket. I know it's not supposed to be whimsical, but I find whimsy in it. I don't think I have any more keys for the seed pods, do I? I can't tell because the thing isn't popping up. Alright, whatevs. There's crocodiles and spooters and all kinds of nasties up in here. We're gonna go get this because it's a rich one. And I was hoping I would get it before this butthead over here decided to get in my way. And this butthead over here. And this butthead over here, everybody's hanging out. Alright, let's go. Come on, y'all. I've had enough of these fun and games. Don't they look like they're doing the pee-pee? Like you smush your legs together to try to stop peeing accidentally? I have any more. Well, if I find a large unsullied seed pod, I will pop that. It's a regular one. Not worth going out of my way for. Do. Oh man, we got all kinds of quests to do here. Awesome sauce.
What do you need?
Is serum, you say, to protect us from this blight? This wondrous news. I'll distribute this to the other scouts immediately. I'm relieved to hear the scholars of Zulmadash are making progress to stop the spread of the rot. There may be others who could use the help. Alright, let's talk to everybody.
I fear my knowledge has reached its limit. There is much we still do not know about this terrible blight.
Any specialists to contend with these irrepressible pestilence? Their scholars with much more experience than you in Kijan. You should journey to Samordan. The Pohani Kabak lives there. He has special knowledge about disease and pestilence. Despite that, maybe you find his company quite warm and agreeable. Speak out Elder Dramina, and she will know where to find Kabak. Okay. We're gonna run the blight across the land.
The fire here is a sign of safety for travelers.
Monster Spirit is the last marker of the road leaving Adagim. Use your help to keep it burning if you're willing. The area to the west is known as Hadradad, and you can find suitable firewood that we could use. Full of trees, though, the horns have grown quite aggressive. Quite aggressive from the blight rotting inside them. Okay, well, horns, you never know with them to begin with, so now they're just even more dangerous.
I grow tired of these beasts threatening our camp.
Alright. So let's play Pits of Chortoth. Killing some hyenas. Some jackals, I'm sorry. And some pelts as well. Alright. I'm being a little bit grody here today.
Adventurer, I need your help to make a treat for the camp.
A treat? Eating the same lousy meals every day. I can't do a recipe that will surely spice things up. I just need some help to gather ingredients. I need you to get me some crocodile meat from the lair of the Shadlugai. I know they are rotten with pale blight, but I'm certain I can cook that right out. Add a nice flavor to it. You can get me some mushrooms from the forest. Try and find the safe ones that have managed to escape the blight. I shouldn't add more than that, and will already be in the meat. This sounds unhealthy and unwise. So we're gonna do it. Hi, kitty cat. You want a piece of this? The same sound effect that you hear from Thousand Teeth, which is a rather substantially larger crocodile in Dungeons & Dragons Online. A safe mushroom. Yep, this is gonna go very well. I'm not sure I trust that cook. I don't know about you all, but I don't think I trust that guy. I am not sure I trust that dude. We did it! We got our thing! So I will need to take time at some point, that's not now, and go and claim my rewards. So I can get my Sapphire Drakeling. How many bags are almost full? Alright, hold on. We have the Elven Ring, which you're going to replace the common ring with that. We're gonna open that up. And we're gonna use all of these. I'm doing pretty good with those guys. One thing I did notice is they kind of nerfed the amount you get from these things. Like, you used to be able to get vendor trash that was related, like, you know, bits of, I don't know what you call them. Or scraps of parchment or whatever, you can turn them in for gold. Yeah, this is just normal vendor trash. Haha, beat you to the punch! The slopes of Idagal. I'm gonna go for maybe another half hour, 45 minutes, 50 minutes, I don't know. I'll be glad to finish the quest in Adagim so I don't have to come back here anytime soon. Because this is not a very pleasant place to be in all the time. Still not finding a dude, one of these hyenas in the right place. Sometimes I hate when the game does something like that. It's like, okay, kill 20 hyenas, but not the ones here. And they're not far away from the ones you need to kill. And then on the other hand, sometimes they say, well, you need to be in this small area on the map. And they show you the area plotted out. But yet, it actually winds up being like the ones outside the area mentioned on the map are just fine. Pew 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 pew. Okay, I need to get more firewood. Wasn't there some firewood back at the tree back here? Alright, come here, you shit. Oh. Yeah, go away, leave me alone. This is firewood, it's already on the ground. I'm not cutting them off of live trees. Everybody's coming at me now. Okay. you sure you want to follow me? Are you sure about your choices right now, Mr. Warren? I'm giving the Huorns an opportunity to stand down, to reconsider their choices. Just a random ass cabbage there in the landscape. You're not even in. You have to go to the quarry. Oh, because these are jackals, they're not hyenas as well. Of course, now I don't know where that pack leader ran off to. Looks like over here. Okay. Three more pack leaders to murderize. Oh, hi. Oh, hi, you're awake. Probably should have eaten some food before I did this. And I didn't have the quest for it, so that's gonna be fun. I'm doing this for no reason whatsoever other than because I can. Well, it counts for a deed, I guess. Come on, y'all. Oh, y'all. I need this dude over here. Thad is streaming. We're gonna have to go say hi to Thad in a minute. Come here, you. Come here. Come here. I will actually wait and pop that later. Because it's my sub alert. Okay. So I need to find one more pack leader. Every time I see Adagim Jackal, I'm thinking Admiral Jackal for some reason. Sounds like a really badass Star Wars villain name, though. Admiral Jackal. Chekhov, state your name and rank. Pavel Chekhov. Rank? Admiral. Well, Pavel Chekhov's son wound up becoming president of the Federation at one point. And then it's unfortunate, pretty likely that he died. Voiced by Walter Koenig as well, which is pretty cool. An episode of Star Trek Discovery. Was it? No, it wasn't Discovery. Was it? No, it was Star Trek Picard. Okay, we're just gonna return to town. And we're just gonna ride and race our way there. Why is my horsey got no health? Rude. I am definitely getting very tired. Shoveling the snow without a coat like a dumbass. Without gloves like a dumbass. Without boots with it like a dumbass. It's starting to wear on me a little bit.
How can I help?
I think the camp would more prefer to be alive than have a little variety in their food. I'm just saying. I love the richness of this dude's outfit. I want it so bad.
How can I help? What do you need?
Okay, welcome back from the pits, and we did the thing. Okay, so we've done all the quests here, and our next quest is in Kijan. So we want to go to Sormadon, and so let's go talk to the stable master. Can you take me to Sormadon?
May you find this season bountiful.
Yes, we can, because we opened them up before doing the epic quest. Hell yeah. And we're finally done with Adagim. Oh my god. It's such a relief to close the stream and not be in this freaking bog of eternal stench.
Yes, I know where Kabak is, but he's not here, and I do not know you.
Help our people with some of their troubles, and I know you'll mean both Kabak and us no harm. Do that, and I will tell you where he is gone. Okay.
Shakeli, Lezara, Joradi.
Klaatu Narada Niktu. Or words to those effect.
What can I do for you?
It's the bees! Oh god, the bees!
Saraz Zarodan, outsider. I tend to the bees and the orchards here. Well, I used to.
Okay, unable to gather any honey for some time. This new Dark Queen of the Bees has turned the workers into warriors violent. We are a smidge away from hitting level cap. I don't know if we're gonna get this done tonight, but I would like to. We got 20 minutes. Let's knock some of these quests out.
Well, you look like a hero. I'm a hero too, although my dad says I can't fight yet. But I can. Well, I did. I lost my weapons.
Want my dad to get honey from the bees, but the bees started stinging my dad and we had to run away. Sometimes heroes have to run away, my dad says. Anyways, you lost your sword and your shield, and Fang, he's a lion. He's so fearsome. He comes with me on my adventures, so I'm not lonely. He protects me. Who's going to protect him? I have the feeling that Fang is like Hobbs from Calvin and Hobbes. Yeah, we'll get your stuff, kid. I'm a good person.
I work the land, and for many years the orchards and the bees have both been kind to my family and our village. But recently, that has all changed.
We have long worked with the bees of Medan Makai, growing their hives and taking a share of their honeycomb to feed our families. However, a new Dark Queen recently took root, driving out the former queen. The bees are newly aggressive, stinging us if we go near their hive. We rely on their honey to feed our families, trade with others for the goods. This winter will be a harsh one indeed. Their hives remain closed to us. Will you defeat this new queen? Yep. You managed to save the existing queen, though she was injured. Defeat the new queen, I'll be able to return the old queen to a proper place. We're gonna get a ring. That is not gonna be an upgrade. But that's okay.
Sormedan is growing, and we have precious few trees here. Much has been flattened for farmland and orchards.
Go to the Molder Grove, cut down the trees, and harvest wood of theirs. Wharton said the trees could still prove useful. Sure, we'll knock some trees over.
The trees are unnatural in Adagim, restless and malevolent, with an ill will toward men and beasts.
Called Shadhag. For a second there, I read that as Shadhag, or Shaghag, and I'm like, oh, what you do in your own time is your own thing. I don't know. Okay. We gotta stem the tide. What? You've got a quest for me too.
What can I do for you?
We'll do chores. We're gonna do chores for everybody. It's gonna be great. I love it.
You want to help? There is much to do here, and I will accept all the aid you're willing to give. There are several stricken cattle that we take care of here. It is not just their bodies that we nourish, but their spirits as well.
You're gonna let me deal with your cat? You don't even know who I am, and you're gonna let me...
Lezzara, Joradi.
And trusting me with your cattle. That's a strong trust there. I'm just saying.
Silver into gold. This past fortnight, I've gotten precious little sleep. A horrible voice shrieks out at night.
Okay, killing evil spirits. It wouldn't be the first time.
Shakeli, Lezzara, Joradi.
Hello, horsey. We'll go this way. We'll harvest some grass and collect buckets of water. Defeat some bees. I'm a bee slayer. That does not look like grass to me. Looks more like clover. Definitely a lot nicer in this landscape than in the Bog of Eternal Stench. For sure. So we're still doing bog adjacent stuff, but we don't have to look at it now. Makes for a nice change of pace for sure. Bella knows the secret that only she knows. I've gotten a look of stern approval. Yellow, Pont and Finberry in the Forest Gospel. How you doing? What's going on? We finally got out of Adagim. Thank goodness. That place is super depressing. All these cattle have bee-related names like Bailey, Blossom. Butters. Butter. Butter. Everybody knows 10 locker fires. Okie dokie. You mood in appreciation, then goes back to sleep. You're going back to Eepies? You got dreaming cows. I can't say this on the official channel, but Calicun can kiss my ass. They're terror birds from Ark. To hell with them. We are closing in on level cap. I'm probably going to run the stream a little bit longer because I want to actually hit level cap on the stream. Because that would be cool. I am indeed 159, as it says in the upper left corner. And I am just a smidge away from hitting the ding. Where's the one? Alright, we're gonna go south and do the Spectre in the Shadow. that one out the way, and then we'll come back. They fall down, they go boom. Got your readers? There. Mine are on my desk. These are my don't get eye strain while looking at a computer screen for hours on end glasses. This, of course, is the blade horn. Horn being like mountain, kind of like, you know, the Matterhorn. Man, if I were playing DDO, I would just turn undead. Yes, I saw the treasure cache around the corner. There's a journal. Whose we don't know. I got a golden barrel. And I also got some scholar mats as well. But the golden barrels are really what I'm looking for. Because those are the ones that can make the kits that you can open the Kintai boxes with. The seed pots. Okay, let's get the last thing of grass. And then we'll go look for the... Whoops. Let's keep going. Let's stop running and actually start riding. We got horses for a reason. Horses? I saw no horses. Okay, we don't need you guys. Actually, we do need you guys. Hold on. Oh god, bees. I know, it looks like maybe the terror birds is what's messing with your bee population. I'm just saying. Alright. They are craftable, but you need to be able to get the crafting recipe first. And you need reputation to be able to buy the recipe. You tough boy? Yeah, well, you're dead now. I think the rune rock also require. Yeah, you need to be acquaintance for the city. I just wanted the damn branches. You're not gonna eat the branches. Why do you gotta mess with my day like that? Why? I'm just cleaning up stuff that you might stumble over. I'm trying to help you. Don't do it, you callow youth. After the stream, I'm gonna... Oh, that was not working right. I'm gonna hop into Dune and do a couple things on Arrakis. Finish... Maybe work some more on my base. Get the pentashield down so I can stuff my 2 ornithopters in there. I don't think I was supposed to fall through that rock. I feel like you have zero intention of harvesting a node. Mobs ignore you because you want it to certainly all up in your business. Yeah, I noticed that. Oh, I don't think that rock belongs there, scenario. I'm sure he'll get a fix at some point. Oh, actually that rock does kind of... Well, it's not really rock. Stinging guardian bees. So these are this is supposed to be honeycombs? No, these are not honeycombs. Alright, come on, y'all. Everybody in. I'm sorry, but these look like boobs. Block? Oh, it's the shield. Because he lost his stuff here. There's the queen bee. Come on, you. And you. Bash is going to be a sword. Oh, it's actually a spoon. That's why sword was in air quotes. Hello, madam. Mom. And you down. Are you interrupting me picking up Fang? How rude. Okay, we gotta feed the cattle in Sormadon, so those are the cattle with all the bee-related names. Feed the cows bushels of hay. Bushels, bushels, bushels of hay. Yep, I just did that. Let's do this one first. Let's feed the cows. And we'll turn in the quests that we have when we get to that point. And then we'll see if we need to do any more quests to hit the level. I'm gonna scoop up these branches first. Here you go, Biscuit. Here you go, Bailey. Highline cows on the savannah, I know, right? You leave Butters alone. Okay, where's the last one? Biscuit, Butters, Bailey, Blossom. We could... We got the two with the trees. Not that far away. We can go deal with the trees and then come back. I'll be honest, I don't think anybody at Standing Stone what kind of cows go where. And I love Standing Stone, but it's not what I would expect to be within their knowledge. No disrespect intended, of course. We get to kill 12 of those, do we? Alright, we can do that. And then we can turn all of these quests in, hit level cap, and then we can all go to bed. I think, yep, they're all... Alright, we'll just beat up a whole bunch of elite trees. So it's not like I can't beat him, it's just a little bit tiresome to just go kill a bunch of elites. Gathered cords of wood. I don't think Cord would like to enjoy being gathered like that. Come here. Get your ass over here. I'm gonna kill this fungal root over here. And you. we're gonna get our health back real quick. And then we'll go hit this tree over here. Or we can go now. It doesn't matter. We'll be fine. He doesn't have all these fungal roots lurking about. You're next, sunshine. Oh, this is just a signature? Heck yeah. That's a lot faster. Maybe stop hitting just the elites. My god. Except this guy's one of the elites. Almost there. Once we kick this tree's butt and then one more tree's butt, then we can go turn in all of our quests and do our ding. Okay, I need one more tree. One more tree. One more tree. You're it. That was actually not fair. Okay, hit the stun lock him into death. Alright, let's get back to town. Turn in all these quests. You love the shiny title from the donation-a-thon, the Hero of the Smallpoke? That was actually the first reward that they ever handed out for participate in that, and that was the only way to get it, is to participate in Extra Life. I think you got it for any donation at all. I think, well, any donation $10 or higher, I think. But you automatically got it for a donation. You didn't have to pick it from the list, but then, you know, as the years passed, people had the title already, so it's like, okay, why don't we just put it in the list and you here, pick from this list. And every year they keep adding more stuff to it. Like they brought back the fashion titles, like an eyesore and the fashionable and the unfashionable. So that was kind of cool. Now the question is going to be, which quest are we going to ding on? Let's start with the one up here.
You found a journal? This?
This is from Mashar. I don't believe it. This journal belonged to my brother, of all people. He disappeared 5 years ago, along with my father.
We were on a trip traveling through Adagim. All the traveling party perished. I thought myself over this, but I'm not sure how's Journal doing out near Baldrasag. Nothing's right about this. Coming to the Blade Horn to search for clues among the ruin field and Kirk will find try to Thaskalon. I will. But not right this second. So that is the main overarching story of the zone. Like, we had the Fate of the Molderwood had several parts, and now this is like the sub-epic story. So we'll save that. But we do definitely want to do all these other quests.
It may seem simple, but our work keeps animals safe and berries full. I can scarcely think of anything more important.
I find it fascinating when the quest text actually doesn't match what
Thank
was
you.
recorded by the voice actor.
It may seem a small thing, but I know they were heartened by your efforts.
Okay, ooh, the next quest will be it. I'm totally gonna have the child's one be it. 'Cause that seems appropriate.
Oh,
to
you
me.
found him! Now don't go running off, Fang! I tell him things, but I don't know if he listens sometimes. You know how lions are. They never listen.
I can fight. I can protect Sormadon from the vicious Jazguy. Not here, Bloodtooth. Bash will make quick of you. Thanks, I could be a hero like you. Here we go. Ding! Get a couple screenshots of that. We are at level cap. We have done the thing. We have done the ding.
My, that is so much honey. We will make a farmer out of you yet.
Okay.
It may take a few weeks, but I believe the bees will now calm themselves under the tending of this queen.
And you were all here for it. My main hits level cap.
These trees will prove far more useful in death than in life.
Alright.
Trees shouldn't move. Unnatural things.
Okay, everybody's in the thing. Alrighty. So the only quest we have left is the zone story. But that is going to be for another stream. So, in case folks have missed it, I've settled on a stream schedule of sorts. Sunday and Monday will be DDO. Sunday on DDO stream, Monday here. Tuesday and Wednesday, I generally have class with Corey. On those nights that I don't, I will consider streaming, but I may actually take those nights off just to kind of not have a night of streaming. Or two of them. Thursday and Friday will be my Lotro streams. No, actually, I lied. Thursday will be whatever I feel like it. Okay? Friday and Saturday will be my Lotro streams. On those days, like when I have a moot, where I'd gone through the list of moots coming up over this spring and into the summer, those Saturdays where I can't stream in the evening because of a moot, I will try to stream on a Friday evening because in most cases, Corey won't be on Lotro stream, so I can run early, and then we can go after that. Anyhow, thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. I am going to get the hell out of here. I'm going to go take a rest, take a break, use the restroom. I'm actually going to start being able... I have a piece of gear somewhere in here that I can now use. I need to go find it. I'm going to settle some things down. And then I'm probably going to hop off and go play a little bit of Dune and go watch my friend stream. Alright, be good. If you can't be good at it. And I hope to see you on DDO stream tomorrow. I'm sorry. No stream tomorrow night, by the way. This is why I'm streaming now tonight on Friday, is because I will be working SoCal Moot, and it's on Pacific time, which means it doesn't end until well into my normal stream time. So I won't be able to stream tomorrow night. But y'all be good, and I will hopefully see you Sunday on DDO stream or Monday or right back here. Alright, talk to y'all later. Bye! I need a button. That button. The button work?